One of the great things about the Kittiwakes is that most seabirds nest in fairly remote coastal locations on cliffs, and the Tyne Kittiwakes have effectively adapted their behaviour to use buildings as cliffs. But because of that, their nesting site is in a city centre. They're within close range of hundreds of thousands of people. So people wanting to see nature and wanting to experience a seabird colony haven't got to travel miles. They can experience it where they live. The project really is trying to safeguard the kittiwakes along the Tyne, so to ensure that they've always got somewhere where they can nest, and that if there are plans to demolish a building or to move them from where they are, that suitable attempts are made to try and relocate the birds on a suitable place nearby. The artificial tower at Gateshead came about really because of one of these redevelopment things. So there was quite a large colony of kittiwakes nesting on what was the Baltic Flour Mill, and when that was earmarked to become a new modern art gallery and redeveloped, they didn't want the kittiwakes on the building, on the art gallery, and so they sort of redesigned the building so that the birds couldn't come back on it, and there's compensation for that. The Kittiwake Tower was built so that the birds, when they were displaced from that building, could move onto this artificial structure. And this was kind of revolutionary at the time because no one had ever tried this anywhere else in the world. We didn't know whether it would work or not.
Welcome to the Kittiwake Tower. The tower has been located here for the last 15 years, and in that time it tends to support an annual breeding population of about 100 pairs of kittiwakes. Unfortunately, last year, for the first time, we didn't have any young successfully fledged from the tower, and that was because the birds were unsettled during the breeding season by crows. We've installed some bird deterrent spikes, and we've also done an awful lot of vegetation clearance works to reduce the number of perches which crows and other birds can use.
Projects like this are really important, I think, as the population grows, as urban areas grow, but probably just as important, a lot of wildlife is now adapting to our urban areas. So species which would have never in the past come close to humans are starting to do so, and that does bring with it, people are increasingly so urban that they've lost all concept of what wildlife is and what it does, and for some people it's quite a shock to find wildlife in their gardens or in their cities. We think it's a fantastic natural spectacle, and that people, we want to tell people about that, and we want people to learn about the birds so that they can help protect them and feel some ownership of the birds in their city.